Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, a stand-up comedy and lifestyle podcast I host out of my apartment. It highlights the local Greenville, South Carolina stand-up scene. My name is David Bakker. I hope you're having a great start to your Monday. This is the week of September 20th, 2021. Before we get into today's episode, though, I wanted to talk a little bit about last week. Last week was a sad week in the world of stand-up comedy because Norm Macdonald passed away. And I wanted to say something, and I don't want to be melodramatic about it because I never really met Norm Macdonald, nor did I know him personally. But Norm passing away was very sad, and a lot of people in the stand-up community were very sad about it. But Norm Macdonald wasn't really necessarily a household name to just general audiences. And I think there's probably some people listening to this who aren't, who don't do stand-up or who aren't stand-up comics who might not know, like, what's the big deal about Norm Macdonald. You may know, like, Chris Rock, you may know Adam Sandler, some of the other big-time celebrities, but Norm was kind of different. And for anybody who hasn't like gotten to know like Norm's content, seen his interviews or his stand-up, like I guess that's the point. I kind of wanted to explain so that if anybody's wanting to know why about Norm, like I just encourage anybody to like dive in and go on YouTube and just start listening because you'll understand very quickly. Like number one, Norm is he's objectively hilarious. And I think one of the biggest reasons he's hilarious is because he's fearless. He says anything. You never know what he's going to say. And because he's so, because he just doesn't care about what conventional people care about, he's willing to say things that are funnier because he's never hedging his bets. He's never worried about the fallout of what he's going to say. And I think that lesson is important for all of us. Like I always, I still care way too much about what other people think. I care about, these superficial constructs of like, what if I lost my job? How would this going to be? How would this be perceived? And I feel like a lot of us have that tendency in life, but Norm seemed to be somewhat detached from that. He was kind of, people know him most probably from Weekend Update in the 1990s. And he did these crazy jokes about the OJ trial that ultimately got him fired from that job as just one example. But he carried that through, and to be that bold and fearless as a comedian, like other comics respect it because we know it's hard to get to that place. And then, but beyond that, like he was a good person. I'm basing this off of hours of interviews I've listened to, not knowing him personally, but I think he had a real love for stand-up. He had a real love for I think people. And a very brilliant person too. He really liked literature, and was a deep thinker. There's a lot more to Norm than meets the eye. So as it came down to the end, he had cancer for 9 years, and didn't tell anybody about it. Nobody even knew. So when Norm died, he didn't want his diagnosis to affect how audiences perceived him. He didn't want to draw attention to himself. So really, I mean, to me, that's like a selfless thing that he did. And yeah, I was really affected by it. Even though I didn't know him, I broke down in tears a couple of times last week because it was such a wise man. And the last thing I'll say is he wrestled with his belief in God. And he did believe in God. I've wrestled with my faith personally. So for him to be somebody I really respect who does stand up, and to share openly. There's some interviews online that talk about that, and kind of the real meaning of life, what we're doing here, and how should you live your life in a meaningful way. I think Norm's life is a great example of in the modern world how one should aspire to live fearlessly, truthfully, and kind of selflessly, I think. So Anyway, that's all I'll say about that. But anyway, yeah, clearly he made an impact on my life. So if you want to check him out, I encourage you to go on YouTube. There's tons of clips, tons of things with Norm. So anyway, all right. So this week we have a guest that I love, great guy. His name is Ken Wood. Ken works at the Comedy Zone. He started as a bartender, and now he manages the bartenders there. Does stand up. I first saw Ken perform at the end of the night after he had already done his work at the bar. But yeah, Ken is hilarious. Always has a smile on his face. Very humble guy, very likable guy, and he always compliments the other comics, builds up the scene, very supportive, and I really like Ken. And I like his story of how he got in and worked at the Comedy Zone and just, is continuing to get better at stand-up. And so yeah, really enjoyed our conversation. I hope you enjoyed as well. Before we get into that, here is what's going on in local comedy the week of September 20th, 2021. So, open mics. Our first open mic is tonight at Coffee Underground, starting at 7 o'clock, hosted by Craig Holcomb and No Expectations Comedy. Immediately following that, we have All Jokes Aside at Habiba's Mediterranean Restaurant, hosted by Dante Anderson. Encourage y'all to come out to that. No cover for that mic. On Tuesday in Anderson, Doolittle's Electric City Comedy, hosted by Robin Scott. There's an open mic beginning at 7 o'clock. And then our feature comedian is our very own Michael Garrick. Michael was on the podcast previously. Awesome dude. And encourage anybody who can to get out there and support Michael and check out a fun show. On Wednesday, Radio Room is not happening this week. We don't have a mic there. There's a concert going on, so that'll be back the following week. There is an open mic in Asheville at the Asheville Music Hall, the Disclaimer Stand-Up Lounge, beginning at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. So head up to Asheville if you want to catch a mic there. Thursday, we have the Comedy Zone Jokes Out Loud open mic hosted by Brandon Rainwater. $10 cover there beginning at 8 o'clock. It's back to the normal format this week of comics getting 5 minutes. And finally, Friday at the Liberty Joke Show. This is at the Pickens County Performing Arts Center. This is an all-clean comedy show beginning at 8 o'clock. $10 cover. And hosted by Tom Emmons. Our headlining comedian this week in Liberty is Brandon Young. That's it for local comedy. Hope you have a great week, and I hope you enjoy my interview with Ken. Well, we're going.
Here we go.
Welcome to the show, Ken.
Hey, I'm a big fan.
I know.
I'm a big fan of the show.
This is Ken Dennis.
Ken Wood.
Ken Wood. Why did I say Ken Dennis?
Ken Wood. That is Ken Dennis. That is. I have a professional name though.
Wait, is your Facebook Ken Dennis?
Yes.
Dude, well, it's off to a great start.
I'm off to a great.
No,
I am trying to avoid confusion as much as possible. But
no,
yes,
dude,
names.
when you came up here, that was that made my day. That you're like, dude, I'm nervous.
I am. I was. I feel comfortable though. It's just I really do watch the show.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan, so it's like
great,
seeing it,
man. When we started
behind and everything.
When you start like a podcast, you're like, I don't know who's watching or like how many people are tuning in. And like,
yeah.
When it made my day when you told me, like when I saw you at Comedy Zone, that you were listening and watching, and I was
all
like,
the time.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I love the show, and it's cool seeing everybody. You get everybody, dude. You get everybody we know, everybody on the comedy scene in Greenville. Yeah. All the really good people too. There's a lot of good people on the show.
Do you have this is so like self-indulgent, but do you have a favorite episode so far?
Probably either the one with Ryan Rubin or the one with Jalen. I like the one with Jalen too, and Monica.
Yeah,
I like the one with Monica too.
Ryan is a trip, man.
Ryan's one when he's talking about shitting his pants.
Yeah,
he shouldn't wear shorts for someone who shits his pants that much,
dude. You're not on the group chat. I'm on a group chat with Ryan Rubin and Whitney, Jalen, like a bunch of random,
very funny people
comics.
though.
Yeah.
I love those people. They're all very
Ryan
funny.
updates us on his bowel movements. way more than a normal person should. I think he might try to shit his pants. He's like, I need more material.
Just for the material aspect of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever works.
So Ken, I love it. So Ken's drinking a Blue Moon
to fight the nerves.
I can't.
Just to fight the nerves.
Oh my god.
Just to loosen it a little
This
bit.
is like the lowest, level podcast it could be on. So
not when you're a huge fan. Not when I'm pretty much every episode, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, man. So dude, you're one of the favorite people I see at comedy.
Thank you.
Because
you're one of my favorites, by the way. Just saying. You really are. I'm a big David Baker fan too. I am. I am, dude. I've been seeing you for a while. You're a very funny dude.
But yeah, dude, I knew you first as a bartender at Comedy Zone.
Yes.
And that's your main job.
That's the main job, yes.
But you're always like the most likable, friendly dude when you come there. Like you always have a smile on.
I manage it too.
You manage the
I don't think I ever told you that. Yeah,
yeah. Tell us what you do.
So I manage it. So that's the kind of atmosphere I'm trying to have. I mean, we've always had good managers there, but that's how I try to keep it chill.
Okay.
We all know each other, and it's cool. It's a fun place to be. I love going to work there, man. I love seeing you guys and stuff like that. It's a dope job.
That's so needed, man.
Job.
In any company, like workforce engagement and like having the employees be happy.
Yeah, and we're all just. I mean, it's a comedy club at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to. That's why I work there. I don't want to work at like an office or something like that. Just for me personally, like this is something that I want to enjoy and something that I do enjoy. So I want to. That's my job to make sure everyone's enjoying their job.
Sure. It's so for those of people who watch it who don't know, we talk about Comedy Zone and reference Comedy Zone, but I'll just say it again. Comedy Zone is, I think it's easily the best stage in the state. I don't think that's exaggerated. Like, it is a comedy club right downtown Greenville on Main Street.
It's got the name, right on Main Street, yeah.
And it's part of a franchise, I guess, right? Because Comedy Zones exist. There's where are the other Comedy Zones? I know there's one in Charlotte.
There's one in Greensboro. I know that. I don't know if I said that right. I'm not from there. Greensboro.
Greensboro.
I know there's some. I think there's one in Florida. It's like an East Coast. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But
dude, I love Comedy Zone. I've mentioned it before on the show, but the like when I first moved here and was just wandering around exploring downtown, I was like, I've always had a weird kind of obsession with comedy clubs. And when I saw Comedy Zone, like there's a real comedy club right downtown.
Hell yeah.
That like it's it's definitely cool that we have that. So and it gives like local kind of amateur open mic comics a stage.
It gives them like a real stage too. That's like, I mean, dude, I've done there's great places to do open mic around here. Every place I've been to do open mic around here. Radio Room, Doolittle's, Coffee, all that stuff, Abiba's. There's great places to do open mic, but that's like an official, that's where like a lot of pros and stuff like that go to do open mic. We get people that's what we do. It's the main point of the place is to do that.
Yeah.
To do comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's an awesome place.
So it's so cool to see, like, one night you'll have us, and then the next night you'll have like Bert Kreischer or Eddie Griffin, or wait, no.
We had Eddie Griffin the one weekend. Dude, there's a lot of people, a lot of random people, and you meet a lot of people too. You meet a lot of comics that you don't really. No, I have I've always been in the comedy.
Yeah, dude. So tell me about that, because we had a fun time on Jalen's episode talking about the comics he's met. Like, who's the coolest comic you got a chance to meet?
Probably the coolest in my eyes. Like that was because some of them, they're not all. There's never been like you would think, because it's like show business kind of. You would think some of them could be conceited and like dicks, kind of like like because you see TV and shit like that. You think so. I mean, they're never really dicks, but more of them are actually cooler than others.
Yeah. Probably
my favorite was probably TJ Miller. He was cool as shit.
Tell me about how did you have a good conversation
at
with
first?
him?
It was one of those things too. At first, like, dude, working at Comedy Zone is cool. A lot of them, you can ask any of the servers, bro. You get a lot of stories working at a Comedy Zone. Like at first, no offense, like I don't think he'd ever watch this, like not like that. But if he is by chance, like I thought he was gonna be like a dick. I thought he was a dick. Like I came in the room and he had a quarantine mask on.
For some
like
reason.
He just, bro. The first, I didn't like go into it, but he had the mask on and he walked by me, and I was like, "Yo, what's going on, man?" And he just kept it moving. And that's fine. I was like, all right, it's gonna be that kind of weekend, like And then he wanted all the front tables moved to the back. And it's like 20 minutes before the show, so we had to move all that. It was one of those things.
He was freaked out about COVID, right?
Yeah,
so he moved all. Normally, the stage is kind of like a round semicircle, and the tables are right up on you. But he had like
he
a
took
good
that
10
whole
feet of
front
space,
out.
right?
Yeah, I think it was something too, dude. I don't want to be exact about it because I don't really talk to him too much, but I think it was his wife. I think she like has
Really?
something where if she gets like she can't get it because then she'll get really sick or something like
Yeah.
that. So he was just being protective of that.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, like after his show and stuff like that, he came up and he started talking to me a little bit at the bar. And I don't know if you remember Ben Fleming,
Yeah.
and Kyle. You know Kyle, right? Kyle Nolan.
Yeah.
They were we were
What
all there
happened to
too.
Ben?
He got a job at the Hilton.
Oh,
He
he
moved
did?
up. He moved up, if anything. Yeah, Ben's doing good.
Okay,
From what
but
I
I
remember.
still want him to do comedy.
I
though.
know, yeah. Ben trained me, bro. Ben Fleming. Shout out to Ben Fleming. Ben trained me on
I just want to make
everything
sure I'm
pretty
talking about
much.
the right person. He has the bit about weightlifting, right? I don't know. You don't know?
He has the bit about what was it? Pickleball. I think he had a pickleball bit.
Is that beer sitting okay with you?
It's just indigestion.
Are you nervous? You just chug that thing? I'm just kidding.
Little bit. But anyway, yeah, TJ Miller, he was cool as shit. He chilled at the bar with me and Kyle and Ben till like 3 a.m, bro. Just not like getting trashed.
Tell me about
but
this. What'd you guys talk about?
We just talked about comedy and how he's touring and stuff like that and why he's touring. And he was pretty much saying like right now nobody's trying to do it and comedy clubs are losing money and shit like that. So when this shit starts making money again and people start calling people, they're like, I'm going to get called because I'm taking care of them. They're taking care of me kind of thing.
Sure.
Which makes sense. You know what I mean? But it was just cool, dude. He talked to me and Kyle for a minute. He talked to me and Ben. He was drunk as fuck.
He did? Was he?
Not like trash, but like normal, like not like bad, but like I remember at the end, I don't remember what I said. He's like, man, shut the fuck up. Man. And I was like, yeah, make sure you walk him home. You know, 'cause dude, I did a couple shots with him. That was pretty fun. That was cool.
Dude, that is
Yeah,
so
TJ,
cool.
T was a good guy. He was
I
a really
talked
good
to
guy.
him for like 15 minutes. Or maybe even less than that, and I had to buy one of his hot sauce things.
Did you? He gave me one. Yeah, he
Did you
gave
see it on the table there? Yeah.
Fucking ghost pepper.
And dude, I loved him from Silicon Valley and all the movies.
Yeah, all the movies he made too. He's funny as
I was
shit,
so
dude.
starstruck.
Yeah,
when
you
I
like
saw
fanboy
him.
about it. I got stoked, dude, when he was coming, and that was
Yeah.
cool to have that. Like he was cool as shit. Yeah, he was a cool guy.
Yeah,
He was all right.
He was interesting. I've run into other people who think TJ Miller's going to be a dick. Maybe because he plays a dick. Like the characters he plays.
Maybe.
Have you seen Silicon Valley?
I've never seen Silicon Valley. I've seen some of his movies.
Okay.
I've never seen
She's
Silicon
out of my
Valley.
league. And
Yeah, and what's that movie? He goes on vacate. Something his friend escapes to Mexico or something like that. He tries to get him out. I forget what it's called.
I don't know. He's been in a ton. We
Yeah.
need somebody to like look stuff up. We need like.
Is there someone back there?
I wish. On Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, how they have Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
pull
some-
that up, Jamie. No.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah, dude. That was the coolest comic that I had ever.
You've been to a lot of shows at Comedy Zone. What's been your favorite show that you've seen? One of your good ones.
Dave Landau. Did you get a chance to meet Dave Landau?
I don't think I was there for that one. How long ago was that?
That was late summer, about a year ago, probably.
I was probably working somewhere. I was probably working there back and forth, but yeah.
Okay.
I probably
Yeah,
went
they
for
may
that
have had
one.
like skeleton crews going because there was not big crowds then. It was just coming out of COVID.
Summertime, yeah, out of COVID.
Mhm.
Yeah, I bet.
But Dave Landau, I mean, I don't think I've talked about him on this before, but he is from Michigan, and he's
Are you from
just
Michigan?
A savage. Yeah, I'm from Michigan.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
And it was such a small show, so he was cool enough to like talk after the show.
Yeah.
And I like him because he was a horrible alcoholic and like recovering now, but a lot of his comedy is just about his darker days, his partying days, and he is just definitely not a PC guy. He's not a mainstream guy. He's not like huge because
Gets edgy.
very edgy.
Yeah.
Very edgy.
See, that's why Comedy Zone's
Abortion
cool, though, dude.
jokes,
You can,
like-
like, talk to people like that. You can meet them at the end if they're willing to, you know what I mean? Some of them,
Mhm.
like, chill and shit like that. It's a
Yeah.
very cozy, tight kind of...
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
absolutely. So how did you get started? How did you get into Comedy Zone? Did you know the owner? Is that how you-
No. It's a very...
Tell me how you got.
I can tell you how I got in the Comedy Zone. I'm going to be vague.
You have another sip of beer.
Have another sip of beer.
We'll get you.
So I worked at a retail store.
Okay.
I worked at a retail store. I worked there for a while. And I moved here from Philly, so I was here for a little bit. And I was dating my manager.
Okay.
which was okay. It was
in Philly or here?
no here,
Okay.
and that didn't work out or whatever. So I quit my job and I went back to Philly for a little bit, right? And I just chilled there for like 3 weeks. I realized I didn't really want to kind of be back in Philly, and I went back here. And I was staying at my dad's, and I was applying for jobs, like new jobs and stuff like that. And I had an interview at DirecTV, I think. It was DirecTV, yeah, or something. It was either Spectrum or DirecTV. And I went to it, and then I had another interview later that day, and it was just kind of, I don't know. I was in a weird spot in my life. I was like, I feel like I'm doing the same shit. I'm at jobs I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And I like comedy. I really like comedy. Like, what can I do? I know I can't make money doing that. Like, I definitely can't make money doing that. But
Not
what
right
can I
away.
do in that arena?
Yeah.
Kind of, so to speak, you know what I mean, to be around it all the time. Like, there's a comedy club down fucking, I was thinking Comedy Zone or either Coffee Underground, but I never really,
you can't be a comedy.
yeah, I know, I didn't know that though either, dude. I never been down here, so I was just like, all right, fuck it, like, I'm gonna go down. I went down with one resume, and like I came downtown, and I was like, it was like a Thursday, I think. This is back when Tom was working there, when Tom Emmons,
yeah,
Tom's the one that hired me, and I went to KP, and Etta was there, and I was like, yo, like, I really want to work here. I'll dishwash, whatever you guys need. And I never even really worked in the restaurant industry, but I was like, fuck it, like, I really want to work here. And then the next day, I think, like 2 o'clock, Tom called me or texted me. He's like, yo, can you be here at 5 and wear all black? And I was like, all right. Like, all right, dude.
Is that the dress code? I didn't notice that.
Kind of, not
does
really.
wear black, though.
Yeah, you're supposed to. You know what I mean? You're supposed to just
blend in.
Blend in. Kind of like a play. You know how those people all wear like black when they pull out fucking props and shit?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, so you can't be seen. Just fucking sneak in, drop off the drink.
Did you win Town over right away? How'd that interview go?
It went fine. I mean, he just pretty much, I just started working. The first day was a shit show. It was a sold out celebrity show. It was Corey Holcomb. Okay. It was a big show. You know what I mean? I know what the fuck. I didn't know what I was doing at all. He gave me a big section in the second show, and I kind of shit the bed. And all the servers had to help me.
So you started as a server?
Yeah. And I wasn't good at. I mean, I wasn't good in the first day, but I gradually.
Yeah.
See, that's why I like Comedy Zone too. It's locally owned, not like locally owned, but privately owned. You know what I mean? By a few people. So it's one of those places where if you're gonna work hard, like you'll move up. You know, what I mean? If you're someone that's gonna work for us, then we're gonna take care of you too.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I've always liked it there too.
And now you're a manager.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why I love you, man.
I love you
because no, but seriously, because like I would never have like known that, because it's not like you're a manager that like big times at all, or like, you know, you're out there like working, grinding, and you're nice to everybody, and it's not like, oh, here comes the manager. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, thank you. See, that's what I'm trying to. It shouldn't be like a tight ass, because there's times like there has been. See, that's honestly one of the reasons why honestly managing. I love managing it, but it's one of those things where we had a manager before me for a little bit, for like a month, and it was just shitty working there. Like, it was just, it made it like,
did that person just kind of crack the whip and
it was just too much. It wasn't like that. It's not anything against that person. It was just too much. It's not the same kind of environment as a restaurant. It's a comedy club that's just fucking whatever you get is what you get. Sometimes you have crazy shows, sometimes you have slow shows, sometimes you never know what to expect. That's why I always tell everybody, like, dude, don't come in here like expecting anything. Just anything can happen. Yeah. And it was shitty, and I don't know, it wasn't fun anymore. Yeah. So I was like, all right, after that dude left, I wanted to do it.
Now, do you engage with the comics always? Like, if there's a headlining comic, are they always going to have to talk to you and the host as a part of your management responsibilities?
Usually, I will. I mean, it's good for me. I'm usually busy, but it's better for me to walk up to them and be like, hey, I usually do 75% of the time strongly to 80%. I at least walk up like, yo, what's good? I'm Ken. If you need anything. I pop a server on. I'm like, all right, they'll take care of you. If you need anything from me, come to the bar.
And you just say, hey, I'm the manager. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, I mean, most of the times I have to pay them at the end of the weekend. I just have to give them a check.
Mm-hmm. So you get to pay them?
Not personally, but I get to give him the check.
Give him the check, though. Yeah.
I get to give him the
check.
Hell
yeah, you get to see him.
I act like I pay him. I tell him I own this whole place. This is my dad's place. We own this whole spot. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah. So where's Kyle at, though?
Kyle Nolan?
Yeah.
I think he got a new job, man. I think he got a job where last time I talked to Kyle still a little bit. Kyle's the man. I love Kyle Nolan. Kyle's great.
He's redhead beard.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the bartender with me. He does. He did comedy too. Kyle's the man. I love Kyle. Dude. Yeah, Kyle's a very funny person. Mm-hmm. Kyle's like the perfect person. Like, I loved working with at the bar. Like, the epitome of what I was trying to like do. Like, just having fun, doing the job right, having a good time. Mm-hmm. Like, not like a cheesy way. Like, we're like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. Well, dude, being a good manager at a comedy club. I mean, I'm so new to comedy too, so I'm still learning like what the these like gray areas of the touring experience. So like these big time comics that come in, like they want somebody that's gonna be cool and take care of them.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember Kyle. You know Mark Normand, right?
Yeah.
We all love him. We all fanboy out about him.
Hell yeah, that was a great show. I remember that show. He was cool as shit. Yeah.
So he had a show over the weekend, and then he came in and did his Tuesdays with Stories podcast with Joe List, and he talked about Greenville. And he gave Kyle a shout out specifically. That
Did he?
Dude, he hooked
That's
it
cool
up.
as
Like,
shit.
He took care of us.
Cool.
Like it was a good experience.
Yeah,
so
dude. Yeah.
Don't think those little interactions you have, dude. Those go a long way.
They
sure.
do. And Kyle really, I remember that too. Kyle, especially because he has another job, so he'll work and kind of just like hit us up like, yo, can I come by and work this show?
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to work the Mark Normand show because he was a fan of Mark Normand.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And that's cool as shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that's
awesome.
Like I was in the back at one of his shows, and Kyle was walking by, and Mark was up there just killing, and Kyle was looking at me, and I was like, I know, dude. It's so funny.
It's crazy, right?
Like, oh my God.
It's crazy that people you get to meet sometimes, dude. It really is like that.
Yeah.
There are some cool ass comics that come through.
Yeah.
And like some like weird big names. Not like weird big names, but yeah, some big names. It's a fun time. It's cool as shit.
When you so you walked up, I love the story. Like you basically just had it with the other jobs. You wanted to surround yourself with comedy and just start working. So like, you'd been on stage before that, had you?
No.
Never been on stage until you started working at comedy.
Till Comedy Zone. Till Comedy Zone. Till working there.
How long did it take you working there to get on stage the first time?
2 years.
2 years?
Or a year and a half. I was scared, bro. I get nervous just doing this. It takes a lot, dude. And I didn't talk about it a lot with a lot of people. And it was just something that's always been kind of a big obsession with me.
Did you feel like did you feel stupid trying it or admitting out loud that you wanted to do it?
No, I mean, a little too. I mean, not really. If you really want to do it, I feel like you gotta believe in yourself that you're gonna like in some point. I know there's gonna be a lot of doubt, but I just kept it on the low when I went up the first time. Brandon Rainwater, he's the man. He helped me out. I went up on the competition. The first night was a competition night.
That was the first time you'd ever gone on stage?
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah. April 1st.
Dude, that's absurd, man.
It's nuts. I just wanted to do it.
Good.
I mean, I've been writing for a while. I've wanted to be a comic for a long time, dude, and just go on stage for a very long time. It's just cool to go on stage. Like, it's just dope just to say, like, dude, it's awesome. It's cool as shit. I love it. It's one of the funnest fucking things ever. I love it.
So back up. So basically, you'd wanted to do it a long time. Did you, like, as a kid? Like, when was the first time?
Probably like 14.
Okay.
Like a while. Yeah, like a long time.
Who'd you see that made you think you wanted to do it?
Probably the first time I wanted to do it was when I probably seen Superbad. Honestly, that's like one of the first experiences I remember. Like, damn, that's what I want to do. I loved Seth Rogen when I was a kid. Like, I would love to write movies and do stand-up comedy. That'd be cool as shit.
But so Superbad, that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time because of that. Yeah.
So, but there was no stand-up in Superbad that I remember.
Not because of that, really. I mean, it was just one of those things I wanted to start doing stand-up. I remember it was right when Superbad opened, like that opening weekend. Mm-hmm. And I went to the movies and seen it with my friends. We snuck in Franklin Mills Mall, went through the back door. And like we're in the front row.
Because you were underage, right, at that point?
Yeah, so we snuck into it, and I remember seeing it, and I was like, damn, like I knew who Seth Rogen was. I was like following that.
Yeah.
Like, I knew he did stand up.
Jonah Hill and everybody.
Yeah,
Bill Hader.
Like, yeah.
Dude, they don't make movies like that anymore, man.
They don't, dude. Those are great movies. Those are underrated movies. You ask people about like movies like Pineapple Express and fucking Superbad and shit like that. Even around Comedy Zone, you think like, yeah, like this is like our culture. You're like, you should know it. Like knowing,
and people don't know
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
That was back before PC sensitivity, so those movies, they were just savage.
Yeah, they were.
So
they were
funny.
savage. They're great movies.
Yeah,
they're really good movies.
But so did you see those guys and were like, I want to be one of those guys that like is involved, whether
like,
it's funny movies, acting,
like writing in it, acting in it. Kind of doing stand up too, all of it, whatever. I didn't know exactly, but whatever. I wanted to do something like that. You know what I mean? Okay. Like I wanted to gear towards that. Like I never wanted to be like a doctor, or a lawyer, or nothing again. Like you know what I mean? That's just nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. So you were you in high school at that time?
Probably in either high school or like 8th grade or some shit.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
For a while. I was back in Philly, dude. That's when I was living in Philly. That's a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
28 and a half.
28 and a half. Okay. Good deal.
You spent right with it. 28 and a half. Good.
You named the half year. Are you self-conscious about your age?
No, I'm getting old as fuck. A little bit. Yeah, I'll admit it. Yeah, a little bit. I'm getting older. How old are you, David?
32. I'm
32, really?
Yeah.
You see how high my voice got? Yeah, that was damn.
Dude, I'm trying to like.
I thought you were like 20 something.
I'm like on the internet trying to moisturise and stay out of the sun. I put sunscreen every day. I'm like, dude, because I wish I would have started comedy earlier.
Wrinkle creams and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no, I feel you, dude. I'm pushing 30. It's close.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my hair or anything. Like that's.
Nah, don't say that. I'm really into my hair. That's like the one thing. Yeah, I don't.
If you ever feel like you're losing it, call me, because I've researched everything on the internet about it. I have like a laser comb thing I use. I have all this stuff.
I mean, fuck it, dude. Even if you start losing it, you won't go bald. Just work it. Work with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Rogaine regimen, you know.
Yeah, don't lose that confidence.
Yeah. I just
stay true to yourself, Queen.
I know.
What's that shirt?
Yes, Queen. Oh my God. Dude, so that's cool. So wow. And then as you continued through comedy, I mean, what other comedy did you like fall in love with? So Superbad. You know?
I mean, stand-ups. You're a little bit older than me, so you remember how Comedy Central in general. Remember how Comedy Central used to have all those stand-up specials like Joe Coy and fucking, I can't think of anything off the top of my head off the spot, but just all the half-hour specials that Comedy Central had and stuff like that. All the I love sketch comedy. I really love sketch comedy. Stella, Chappelle Show.
Stella, what's that one?
You don't remember Stella with Michael Ian Black? I forget the other Michael's name.
I feel like an idiot.
And David something. It's the same guys that make like. You ever see Wanderlust? You ever see that movie?
No.
That's a good movie. You should see that movie.
Okay.
They look them up. They make a lot of good stuff, dude. That's like just a sketch show they made, but they made a lot of movies. They made a lot of funny movies.
Okay.
That are underrated, but they're good. Check them out. Check them out.
And you play the guitar.
Yes, I play guitar. I wanted to learn how to play piano, dude, because I heard piano translates really easy to guitar. So I've been wanting to learn. I've been telling my fiance I really want to get one. Yeah, you don't know how to play it?
Ken's pointing at a piano. I took lessons for like a couple of months in 2018, I want to say, and I never really fell in love with it.
Yeah,
I was hoping like. I wanted to do something creative. I was hoping that would be the answer, but
that'd be the thing.
Yeah. So
maybe just try again.
I should try again now that I could maybe try to do comedy with it. But cause dude,
yeah, I seen that. Yeah, the guitar. I've tried guitar comedy. It's okay.
Hilarious.
Do you think? I feel like I fuck it up every time.
That's why I wanted to bring this up
every time.
What is the song that you parody? What is the name of that song?
Old ass. What is it? Old ass dirtbag.
Yeah,
and it's about teenage. It's like the teenage dirtbag song.
Dirtbag. How does the teenage dirtbag song go?
But I'm just a teenage dirtbag. And then old ass.
You
dirtbag.
Do something with your voice.
I know.
Would you talk like about the old woman?
The old man.
Is it old man? Yeah.
It's pretty much based on when I lived at my. I know this never even really happened. I just thought of it. I live at my girlfriend's grandfather's house when we're younger because she lives there. And he didn't like me, so I made a song about it.
Just ripping on this old bag.
I was busting my balls about everything. Get her home at 11. You know what I mean? Don't have her out doing drugs. Stop having sex with her in the jacuzzi. She keeps getting yeast infections. Stuff like that. I worked on that. It didn't work that good. It didn't work that good.
Is that in the bit?
That's in the bit. That's how I try to open it. I try to slowly soothe into it.
I haven't seen it enough times to have the lyrics memorized, but I know it kills me. It reminds me a little bit of Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that's how
it's distinctly you. Don't get me wrong. Like
I feel you though. That's why I don't like to do it too much too though. But it's a little, I don't know.
Dude, keep it. Oh my god.
I'll keep it.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a funny one.
All of your shit's hilarious. And one of the things that I love watching you on stage is this sucks because you're the manager, so you're always on like last.
I take the caboose. I try to take caboose, because it's so busy, bro. That's like when everybody's done closing checks and I can finally like I can do it in the middle, but then I'm like worrying about like, all right, there's always something going on.
You should try and go out in the middle.
I should try, I should just whip it out real quick.
Or stuff. Like,
I'll throw you behind the bar. All you gotta do is go behind the bar.
I think I would suck, but like
you could do it as long as someone's there.
Yeah,
let's pop body there.
Yeah,
just like, I'll do it in a minute.
Just so you could do it in like a really good slot. But I like if there's like not that many people in the audience. I'm always dying when you're up there.
That's why I like it too. I like a lot of the comics are there still when I'm doing it, and there's still a good chunk. Like, dude, that one week we were there. A couple of weeks ago when there was a big crowd there. Mm-hmm. There was a chunky crowd there, and then by the end it was just like us.
Oh, when they had that local
guy
that
was
sold it out.
Yeah, he sold it out.
Yeah, so
that's cool. But yeah, there was like nobody there at the caboose. Nobody wanted to see the caboose go by.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. I'd never seen that before. But yeah, this local guy, I forget his name, but he basically sold 40 to 50 tickets himself.
That's that's good though. That's
recorded
good.
His special.
Yeah, that
was great.
Sounds good for me. It makes my as a manager.
Yeah,
right on.
Yeah,
as the caboose, I'm still not even sad about it. I got some time. I got a little bit of time.
No, that was an interesting night. Because then when everybody went on after the crowd left, it felt like. Did you ever play sports growing up?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, well, it felt like
I wasn't good, but yeah, I did it.
What sports did you play? Did you play basketball?
A little bit of I played basketball.
Okay.
Yes.
It just reminded me of a basketball game. Like after the game had already been decided, and it's like garbage time.
It's like 100 points.
It's
like 100 to 60. Everybody's going to the parking lot.
Yeah,
trying to beat the traffic.
We're just up there like, what's up? We're talking to this one couple.
That's a perfect way to put it.
I'm like, hey, want to hear?
But they don't know that when they leave to go to traffic, Ken's throwing shit from half court.
Yeah,
and dropping it.
Yeah, exactly. That's when the real frickin' show starts.
Yeah, that's
Ken killing it.
Somewhat of a comeback.
Yeah,
I didn't win, but I brought something. I brought a couple points in.
Yeah, you got a couple what?
Brought a couple points on.
Yeah, absolutely. Hayden is the other guy I really like.
Wait, what?
Is that his name?
Hayden. Oh, yes, Hayden. Yes, Hayden's a very funny comic.
Right?
Yeah, I thought you said hate it.
No, Hayden.
Hayden.
Yeah.
Yep, Mr. Hayden.
He goes up pretty late.
Yeah.
And he looks exactly like Michael Cera.
He looks exactly like Michael Cera. We used to call him. We have sections on the Comedy Zone. They're nuts. See, that's why I love working at Comedy Zone. Like we have a board where the whole layout of the floor is what the servers get and write it down. And people write funny shit like small tits or something like that. And that's what, dude, I swear to God, I didn't write that.
About the customers?
No, like their section. Instead of writing your name, they write something stupid.
Oh,
not
your
something
name.
stupid, but funny.
Okay.
Like we write Hayden, we write super bad.
Super bad? What's
time.
your nickname?
Oh, I don't got one. I'm the manager. I'm fine.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. No one's really got one like that, but he has one.
Okay.
And apparently someone has the nickname Small Tits.
Did you hire Hayden? Or was he
I don't hire anybody really like that.
Okay.
I mean, I could. I mean, we've had a set team for a while now too. But there's randomly sometimes there's like general management above me. My main job, I just pretty much just get all the servers' money at the end of the night, make sure Comedy Zone's good, and then tuck it all up, tie a bow on it, put her to bed.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I have memories of Hayden just. That dude gives zero fucks.
He doesn't,
He's like he'll just storm on stage, just look you in the eye, foot up,
full of confidence.
Yeah, dude. And I don't know if he kills every single time or does. Like sometimes people are afraid of him. I think, but I think he is objective, like hysterical.
Yeah, I think he's a funny guy. Yeah, Hayden's definitely funny. Hayden's a funny guy. I've known Hayden for a while.
Yeah.
He's
How long has he been doing comedy?
Probably a little bit longer than me.
Okay.
Yeah, at least a couple months longer than I have been doing it.
I gotcha.
But yeah.
Okay.
Hayden's funny though. Hayden's a good guy. Hayden's a funny guy.
No, you guys both hold it down. Like that was you were the two people like that I really look forward to seeing, especially, at the end of the night.
I know. Know what my favorite David Bakker joke is?
What?
I wanted to feel a woman's baby from the inside. I love that joke, dude. I love that fucking joke. That is one of my favorite jokes ever. I swear to God, dude. I love it. See, that's why. That's one of the things that sucks. I used to serve, bro. I bartended there. Managing there, you can't really listen to the shows that much,
Okay.
Unless it's dead, I can't really hear anything unless it's because I'm just fucking. Oh, you need this, you need that. Yeah, I got it. Oh, fucking toilet's overflowing. No problem. Make this drink real quick. I'll fucking get the toilet.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But it's hard to really hear the shows. But
you got more
I
responsibilities.
definitely try to listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm saying at the end of the night, I just want the less responsibilities as much. Like, yeah, everybody hire whoever you need to hire. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
Just trying to come in and come out.
Absolutely. So
On top.
now that you've started in April, you kind of got the bug. You trying to get out more?
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to get out more. I've been getting out more too. I love the Greenville comedy scene, man. Greenville has a strong ass. Like, there's a lot of people. You meet new people there. Like, whenever I go somewhere else, I see people that I know. I see people like new people that I'm meeting and shit like that. Like the radio. I love the radio room.
Yeah,
radio room's probably like my second favorite place to go and do comedy. That's an awesome place.
Yeah,
I
Adam Schulte. It's a super encouraging environment.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's cool as shit. I like it there.
And you just got booked on a show, dude. Congrats on that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
that
is
us about
awesome.
That show. When is it?
October 21st.
Okay, this will definitely go up before that.
Yeah, October 21st.
Okay,
and it's at I
forgot.
can't pronounce the name. No, I can. I know what it is. It's like a old Southern Louisiana name. It's It's a winery and a pub. Carolina Bueux, BAEUX. UESUOS.
Yeah, that's like one of those Bayou spellings.
Bayous, yeah, it's
like,
probably
like
it doesn't go so good in my head. It doesn't come out good in my mouth. I can't do it. I have no idea. I have to hear the name once and I'll be all right.
Nice. How much time are you doing?
I'm not sure. Probably I don't know. Probably 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. I just found out about it the other day, so that's dope. It was awesome, bro. That was an awesome experience. Yeah. Ryan Rubin put me on that, and he's an awesome fucking dude.
Yeah, dude.
Ryan's funny as shit. I really do love Ryan. Ryan's from me and Ryan are from the same kind of part of. He's from Jersey, and I'm from Philly and Jersey too. Like I've been to both.
Okay.
And yeah, Ryan's a good dude. I really like Ryan. He's a funny ass fucking dude too.
So how old were you when you moved down here? You mid-20s?
23, yeah, mid-20s, 23, 24.
Okay, gotcha. So your whole childhood and early adulthood was in Philly.
And Jersey and South Jersey. I moved to South Jersey when I was probably like 16, 15.
Did you go to comedy clubs up there?
No, I never been to a comedy club up there. The first time I ever been to a comedy club was the first night I worked at Comedy Zone. Okay. I've never been to one. I always wanted to. I always used to like scope the scene like in Philly. Like I knew, dude, that's why it's like it's shitty. I should have went up a while ago. I knew where I had to go. I knew what I had to do. I was just being a little bitch about it, David.
Dude,
not like that. It's just one of those things, bro. I don't know. It's something I just wanted to do on my own too, and not like I don't know.
You just, that first nudge is really hard. You know, I had to have somebody invite me.
Yeah.
To go.
Yeah. What was your first time doing comedy like? How was that? I would love to hear
awful.
about that. Was it? It's nerve wracking, but did you feel good after it?
Was exhilarating, yeah. So
it is. It's like, dude, that feeling, bro. Yeah. Afterwards, that first time. If you've never done it, I say, dude, just fucking do it. Just it feels so fucking good or bad, bro. It's just, dude, that's a great feeling.
Yeah, I remember I was thinking about it because last year, pre-pandemic, I started to do like little stupid videos, video editing. And that was kind of a safer way to do comedy because nobody's watching. You edit it together, you try to get it good, and you show it to a couple of people, and then you post it.
Yeah.
Which I still get anxiety about posting videos.
I bet, because then it's like, a lot of people might see it.
Like a bunch of people are like,
yeah,
this idiot. So
I feel what you're saying, though. Yeah, no, dude, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
So I was only doing that, and then Ellen Maloney, who I don't even know where Ellen is. Like, I don't know if you know her, but
Ellen Maloney.
She was a comic. She had done comedy in Denver and then was doing comedy here. And she was the first person I met in Greenville who introduced herself to me as a comedian, and I was like, "Oh my gosh,
yeah, that's pretty cool."
You can do comedy?
Yeah,
I was glued to her. I was like, "Tell me about everything. Like what is that like? Like all this stuff."
Yeah.
And so she sent me a text on July 20 something last year. And she said, "I'm going to the Comedy Zone open mic. Do you want to come?" And I got the text, and I was like, it was like this fork in the road moment. I was like, oh, God. If I say no, I'll hate myself.
Have you ever been to a comedy club before that either?
Yes.
You have?
Yes. I had always kind of wandered around the fringe of it. Like, I remember one time I went to New York City to meet a girl. And that was one of the worst weekends of my entire life.
Why?
Oh, my God. I guess I could tell this story really quick. So I met this girl at a wedding. And I had this girl had just gotten out of a relationship. And I hadn't just gotten out of a relationship, but this girl that I thought I was in love with her back from my home state in Michigan, she just got engaged. Woof. So I was like...
Yeah,
heartbroken. I was like, I always hoped that maybe the door was still open a little bit, and like we had still kind of talked, and like we're kind of emotionally connect. And
I feel you, man.
The stupid shit. I broke up with her before, so I was like, I was an idiot. But anyway, so she got engaged, so I was like, well, F it. I'm really depressed. I'm going to my buddy's wedding. And I met this girl who also had just gotten out of a serious relationship. And we hung out at the reception. And for some reason, like we were both like, felt like we fell in love with each other. Like we were like making out on the dance floor. we were just like
you're both, your emotions are probably going crazy. You find that person that's like going through it too with you.
Storm of like, oh, we found someone. And then
that's a beautiful moment.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful moment.
But here's what I didn't know about women or anything, relationships. I was like, I had a lot to learn. I still do. But we talked on the phone constantly after the wedding to where like we were just, keeping in contact. And we made plans to see each other. I booked a flight to New York. And the problem was, as we continued to talk to each other, we like ran out of shit to talk about.
Yeah.
And because we talked so much.
Yeah.
So then we got there and like we exhausted all normal forms of conversation.
Now what do you want to do?
Yeah. Exactly. So like we basically ended up hating each other after like a day. We got in a big fight. And I was like, all right, here's what I'm doing.
What was the fight about?
Oh, I don't know. Just, I think
she was talking too much.
No. She kind of said this is going nowhere. Like, I don't think we should like continue to talk this. And I was like, well, all right. Yeah, dude, she kind of brought it down on me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. That's shitty though. I don't feel bad about that. That's shitty. Fuck her, dude. For real. That's shitty. You came all the way to New York City. You can't just wait till you can't just muscle it out for the weekend if you got a problem.
To be fair, I think it was, this is me. God, when was this?
Not everything has to be fair, dude.
This is 6 years ago. This is a horrible dumpster fire story. But anyway, I was like, all right, F this. I'm getting a subway ticket to Manhattan. I'm staying in the Holiday Inn in Times Square. It's like where I could get a deal, oddly enough.
How long were you there already? Well, the weekend, yeah.
So I got there on a Friday afternoon. Everything deteriorated by Saturday mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
So I took the train into Manhattan. And I was just like, well, fuck it. This could not go any worse. So what am I going to do now? So I bought a ticket to Book of Mormon, which was playing.
Oh, that's cool as shit. The South Park play? Yeah, that'd be cool as shit to see. Was it good?
Oh, it was great.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
And then earlier than that, I Googled comedy clubs, and I went to a New York comedy club, and I was just in awe of, those comics. None of them I could name today, but they were funny. I mean, it's New York City comedy, so they're good.
That's cool as shit. Yeah, to see that. Yeah, I bet, dude.
And so, and I've always loved Jerry Seinfeld. I've gone to big shows before, but
did you like what I said when I came up? It was very Jerry Seinfeld style.
Yes.
How I got buzzed in,
dude. Yes. So
that was cool.
Yeah. So Ken came in and said he had to buzz in.
Oh.
And we have a little call box on the street, and yeah, you said it was very Jerry Seinfeld. That made my whole life. All I've ever wanted was to have my own apartment where people.
Yeah, you're doing that. I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. I'm a big Seinfeld fan. What comic wouldn't want that? Your own apartment in New York City, and your job is just to fly around and do comedy in New York.
Yeah, I mean it's Greenville, so it's not exactly New York.
But you're like the Jerry Seinfeld of Greenville.
Oh my god. Yeah. That'd be something.
Comedians on couches drinking tea.
Comedians on
drinking
couches,
Coca-Cola.
Drinking Coke with.
Oh man,
Blue Moon.
Oh
yeah, dude, that's good stuff. I can't believe I said that story. That was so awful.
I said my awful story.
You have no idea what it's like to feel trapped, because like I couldn't get a flight out of there.
And you were still living in Greenville? Well, yeah, down south.
No, I was in Atlanta at the time.
Still, yeah, that's still far, dude. That's
I was like, what do I do here? Like,
that's a far.
Yeah. So those trips. There's actually a Seinfeld episode about trips. Like, do you remember when Jerry takes a trip with a girl? And it's raining, and they don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, and he's talking about the cologne or something like that. They go to Dutch country, Pennsylvania Dutch country. I'm a big Seinfeld fan, David. I swear to God, I'm a huge. I've been watching two things since I was a little kid, David: the Philadelphia Eagles and Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, they end up hating each other. Yeah,
I love the Eagles, bro. I mean, I love Seinfeld. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about the Eagles in a second, but yeah, and then he comes home. And he talks to George, and George had made much money on the stock market or something, and he's like all swag, and he's like, I told you those trips are relationship killers.
Why don't you call your buddy Superman? Reverse time with super speed. I love that show, dude. Oh yeah.
Speed.
I love that show.
Yeah,
dude,
everything
yeah.
went wrong for Jerry there too. He lost money on the stock and his relationship that Pennsylvania
Shitty weekend, no butt, nothing from that lady. It was just a shitty weekend inside.
Yeah,
Raymond.
he didn't get any action either. It was just disaster.
What does he ask her? What kind of perfume are you wearing?
Yeah,
I don't want to tell you.
she's like, I don't know.
Okay.
He's like, you don't know, or you don't want to. No, I don't want to tell
Yeah, I don't want to tell you.
It's like, yeah, that's real normal.
I was gonna figure this out all weekend.
At least I got plenty of time to figure out the name of that perfume.
Oh, I love Seinfeld, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm a big Jerry Seinfeld fan.
I think that show's amazing, man. It stood the test of time.
It did. It did.
It's funny because, like, you know how like syndicated shows, like sitcoms, go to Nick at Night
Yeah.
to die, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Like, I think Friends is on Nick at Night. Like, well, we can't get any money
Friends
for this.
and Full House and stuff like that.
Yeah. It used to
Urkel.
be like Golden Girls and like I Dream of Jeannie, all that. Seinfeld never went because
They still could make money off
making
it.
bank off Hulu deals and stuff. Dude, so you're a big Eagles fan?
Yes, not so much lately. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ever since the pandemic, dude. Ever since like sports, I'm starting to get back into it now. I really want to get into it this year. Like
Yeah.
I've always been a big Eagles fan. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since they won the Super Bowl, dude.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, a big weight has been lifted. Where it's like, all right, cool,
Yeah, dude.
we got one.
I'm a Packers fan. You see the
All right, yeah.
That's the Super
There you
Bowl
go. Do you think
trophy.
they're gonna keep? You think they're gonna keep Ben Rodgers or
Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers? I said
Yeah,
Ben
well,
Rodgers.
he's staying this year at least. I don't know. This might be his last season. But, funny story about your coach. You know Doug Peterson?
Yeah, Doug the Doug.
Doug, man.
Doug the Doug.
So I used to live in Green Bay. And when
He was their offensive coordinator or some shit like that, or quarterback coach
he
or
was
something
quarterback.
like that.
I think he may have been a coach as well, but he was Brett Favre's backup.
Oh, he
in the
like
late
played. Yeah, he
90s.
played too. All right.
Yeah.
Go
And my
Doug.
little brother Luke was in the same preschool class as Doug's son. So my mom would have to talk to Doug Peterson's wife a lot at preschool.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
wild. That's
This
cool
is
as shit.
This is the funniest thing they told me about Doug
Yo.
Peterson was my mom asked, does Doug feel bad that he plays behind Brett all the time and he never gets to go in? And she's like, oh my God, no. Like, he never wants to play. Like, he wants to stay behind Brett. She's like, he's horrified if Brett ever gets hurt because he doesn't want to play. He just wants to like collect his
shit.
check as the backup, but he does not want to be the guy.
Yo,
And I don't know if I'm outing Doug Peterson. Like, what are the odds he's
no,
gonna see
I
this?
don't know. That's awesome.
But my
Who
mom-
cares? That man became a champion later in life. He's fine.
Yeah. Philly special, bro.
The Philly special. Yeah.
Yeah, but I distinctly remember that. I thought that was so funny.
That's
and I don't know if
insane.
Doug Peterson's happy that his wife's telling my mom that, like, he's like,
No, Doug, you don't want to go ahead.
I don't. No, you suck. Just collect your whatever he's making.
Yeah.
A year or whatever. But yeah, dude, you been to games at
No,
that
dude,
stadium?
that's the one thing. I've lived in Philly since I was a little kid until I moved when I was like 21, or just around it enough. But I didn't move. I've been to Flyers games, a shitload of Flyers games, Phillies games, Sixers
Okay.
games. Never been to an Eagles game.
Gotcha.
Still, I love
Yeah.
football more than any of them too. Like I don't know, I just never been to. I've been to a Philly Soul game. That's indoor. That's arena football.
Yeah,
It's right across the street.
Yeah, dude.
I never been to.
You know, you hear rumors about the Philly fans kind of being like rowdy.
Yeah, they
I don't
get. I
see-
mean, it's. Yeah, I'm not a rowdy Philly. It is
I don't
like, dude,
think
it's
so.
like it's douchey. It's like now, like that's like a thing. So now everybody tries to be like that. I'm an asshole, do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
dude, shut up.
You ever gotten in a fight before?
At an Eagles game or anything? No, but I've
Ever?
seen plenty of people
Have
fight.
you gotten
at
in a fight
Eagles.
before?
Yes, I've gotten into a fight before.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but I've been to a
How
fight.
did that happen? What happened?
Do you want to hear the last fight I was in?
Yes, please.
All right, that's kind of a funny story. It's not that funny. It's always about a girl, isn't it? Not like about a girl, but anyway, I was
Could be.
I used to date this girl when I was like 20, and I was at a house party, and I remember I got trashed, dude. I was drinking Bacardi 151 rum back when it had like the holes in the top, so you could light it. It would light on fire if you lit on fire. Like, it was fucking strong shit. And I'm like 20, and I was cool. I even told her it was like a house party at her house. I was cool. I was fine. Everything subconsciously, everything wasn't fine. I guess I was fine in my
Right.
head. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, whatever. I just want to come over. You're having a house party. I can't go to a bar. I'm 20 years old. Like, yeah, like everybody's going to your house. I would love
Yeah.
to do that. And I went over. Everything's fine. And sooner or later, she was like hooking up with a guy. And it was
so
fine.
Were you with this girl at the time?
No, I just used to be with her.
You used to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was
so
one of
now-
those things where it's like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna go there too and do whatever I want to do.
So you played it cool.
Yeah, I
but
played
then-
it
but then the-
super cool. I
but
played
then-
it Fonzie. I went
Yeah, I'm fine.
like the coolest ever. Like, bro,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
I fucking can't.
You don't think I'm over you?
you know who I am?
Don't you know that I'm over
This
you
doesn't-
100%?
This doesn't affect me. I'm Ken Dennis.
You're full of yourself right now.
I'm Ken. What's your last name?
It's Dennis.
Dennis.
You're Wood Dennis.
I'm Ken Dennis. Ken. Whatever.
Whatever your name is, that's my name.
Okay, continue.
Um,
Good. Yeah.
But yeah, and this kid, he was a sweet kid. He was a big kid too. When I don't. That's why I don't drink too much too. I know I work in the bar industry too, like that, but I really don't drink that much. When I get super drunk and if I'm emotional, I'm a very emotional person. I'm shy, but I'm very emotional.
Yeah.
And not like angry, but I can be very emotional.
Yeah.
And I remember he was just. I think they were just like doing whatever, like hook kissing or whatever all night, and that's fine. And I guess after just a couple of drinks, I didn't have anybody to kiss. So I started getting upset and focusing on the fact that somebody, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's your problem? Like,
Were they kissing? Were they like out on a couch kissing in public?
I just like walked into a room, I guess, and seen it, and I was like, okay. And I just kept getting like, so I kept getting madder about it. I was cool. I was still cool. But at the end of it, I remember, I think I was like, I blacked out then. I really did black out because I was drinking that shit. But I remember specifically, like, he was even telling me, he's like, I said something to him before we went outside. Like, we were all going outside to leave, and he's shaking everybody's hand, and they're all my friends. And I got really upset that he was shaking their hands. I was like, why are you shaking his hand? Who's that? Who's this? And I don't remember what happened. He was like, what's your problem, man? Like, he was like so nice about it. He was like, well, I don't understand. What's your problem? Like, and I was like, you hooked up with my girl. Punched him in the head. I remember punching him in the head. And I looked up again, and he was gone. He was on the ground, and I was like, I didn't think I could punch that hard.
Oh,
and then so I
damn.
got on top of him, and I found this out later. He was a wrestler. I was really impressed with myself. I didn't win this fight, but I did not lose this fight. He was like a wrestler. I found out later, and I got on top and I started swinging, which is a shitty move. But I was really drunk, so I got on top and I started swinging. And I don't remember how it happened, David, but I'm on top of him like bam, bam, bam. It probably looked like that. I was probably drunk, so it was probably like. Broke up my girl. And I don't remember what happened, but I remember he was next to me and he had me like this. And he had me like by the throat and he had me choked up and I was like and then I like broke out of it. And we both stood up and he kind of looked at me and I looked at him the same way like I don't want to fight again, but I'm ready to fight again, but I don't want to fight again. And that's it.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah.
It's weird when
Something- I
human
feel like I
beings
built it up.
fight, dude.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. And like two grown men fighting, like, they're super strong.
I feel like fighting too. Yeah, it's like it's to the point where it's like you can't say anything now. Now you can't figure out anything left to argue with. So now we're just gonna fight.
Yeah. Well,
Can't
you've
figure
heard
it
of
out.
like chimpanzees ripping people's faces off, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like a
On
horrible
my list.
situation gone wrong. Like the Jane Goodall woman gets her face ripped off because the chimp like goes nuts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think about that
Yes.
sometimes. Because like we're primates, so we're like big like evolved monkeys. So like
Yeah, it was the same thing as them.
we're just civilized. But if the civilized part goes off, and we're just like, oh, like you could kill somebody. So those fights.
I'm not a big fighter.
No, you don't strike me as one.
I don't like to fight or anything like that. I'm not a bitch. Not like that, but yeah, I'm not a big fighter. I feel like that's the stupidest way to handle a problem.
Yeah, no, it is. So
But
you're
sometimes you have to. I feel like you ever have anything like that? You ever been like heckled or anything like that on stage yet? Have you ever had someone like piss you off when you're on
Yes.
stage? Have you?
yes.
I haven't really had that too hard yet. I've had it like I think one, not like nothing I can remember hard. You know? what
Yeah,
I, mean?
I remember
Like,
one specifically. I can
Yeah,
I can
tell me
talk
about it.
that.
I want to.
So,
I want to hear about it.
this was I don't think I've told this one before. So I went to Art Bar. If this guy watches it, we've since patched things up, so I won't mention his name.
Okay.
But I was pretty new to comedy, and Art Bar's an interesting place. You know, they can be a
Art
little
Bar.
cliquey. It's in Columbia.
Okay.
I don't even know if I want to say it. I just said it. They could be a little cliquey. But
Yeah, it's all right.
they're and they're not always on board for like edgy stuff, especially if they don't know you or like you. So anyway, I went up there and did like 5 minutes of some of my edgiest, kind of meanest. Like I had an OJ joke. I had a joke about shooting a prostitute in the face. Like I had a joke about.
It's like you deliberately like, nah, I'm gonna do the opposite of that. I'm coming in hot.
But I didn't know any of that before.
Oh, all right, my bad.
So, dude, I bombed. I mean, and even like, I don't know. I was frustrated with the audience too because like when they would laugh, but then they'd cover it and make it because they were like, I don't feel like that was appropriate. So
yeah, I mean, that's I don't know. I haven't worked anything like that yet. But that shit, it's comedy. It's free speech. That's the point.
It's fine. I mean, I bombed and I was wrong to go at it how I went at it. But so after the show was over, this guy went up after me. I did not know him. I'd never met him before, and he said, "Wow, I'm really glad I have to follow this rapist up here." He called me a rapist.
Why?
And then he just went off. I didn't know.
Did you even have a rape joke though?
No, I didn't have a joke about rape.
So OJ raped the prostitute that I shot in the face. Was it like that? Like
no.
What the fuck?
No, but I think it was like my whole like kind of a woke crowd too. So I think it was like, oh, look at this straight white male talking about women in this disrespectful way. And obviously, I love women.
It's not like I don't think if anybody's objective is go up there and just to shit talk women and like be racist. And a rapist racist.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he accused me of being racist.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just got rapist in there. So
I think he was honing in on the misogyny.
He was, yeah.
You're definitely you don't respect me. So he just goes off, and I was sitting there fuming because there were two things I didn't like. Number one, he went on after me, so there was no opportunity for me to defend myself.
Yeah.
And number two, it's an open mic. And as soon as he did his set, he left the room and didn't watch any of the other open micers. So I went I went up after him. I was like, what the fuck? Dude, I got in his face. I was like, dude, I can't believe you just did that. Like, and he didn't want to talk to me. I was like, dude, do you have any idea how disrespectful that just was?
Yeah.
Like, look, I bombed. That's its own punishment in itself. You go after an open micer. I've been doing this like a couple of months, and you're going to be that much of a dick. Like, and I was like, this is how I know you're a real asshole. It's because you didn't stay and watch any other comics to support them. Like, I say to, like, everybody, like, up here stays and watches if you can.
It's a big part of it. Yeah.
Supports
it.
That's
the same amount of community. Yeah. It's great.
But, dude, I wanted to fight that guy.
I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
I thought you meant like he just called you a rapist.
He did.
I keep saying racist. I'm
he
a
did.
Rapist. But he said it on stage.
On stage.
Like he went on stage. I thought he was just like, yeah, you're a rapist.
No,
buddy,
not
here comes.
It was like it was more cowardly because he.
Yo,
like,
yeah, that's shitty.
Me.
Yeah, he didn't say it to you. Yeah, that's fucking shitty.
And of course, that woke crowd loved it, and I was like, God damn it.
Damn, yeah.
So I was pissed about bombing, then I was doubly pissed about that guy doubling down, and but I did meet him like months later. I had a much better set that night, and it was more like he apologized. I kind of apologized a little for like getting in his face as much as I did. But he said, dude, I kind of get what you're going for now. I understand. Like, it's not like, the jokes I have are not meant to be taken.
I mean, either way, it's nice you guys squashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know if that dude was in the right for that. Like,
I definitely still don't believe he was.
Call somebody a rapist to a public crowd right after they just performed.
I was like, I'm not a rapist.
And if you did like a whole bit on raping and being a rapist or something.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any rape jokes. If you had any rape Let that be clear. None.
Oh, then yeah.
Took liberties with that one.
It would make sense, but that's just a dickhead right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, man.
What is your style of comedy if you had to boil it down? Like, what are you after?
I don't know. I'm not trying to be edgy. I'm trying to say things that make more so like me laugh and the comics laugh. I like that. That's what I like to do. I like to just have really just a good time with it. I'm trying to make the audience laugh too, but I really just want to have a good time and really just, I feel like if I can genuinely make myself laugh.
Yeah.
Or at least think it's funny or make you guys laugh. That's why, dude, I love hearing you guys laugh all the time. For real. That's what I'm going for, if anything. I forget what I said last time I was on stage, dude, but I remember the crowd was, I'm not even trying to be a dick. That crowd was shit last time I went up. We weren't like shit the whole time.
Last Thursday?
Yeah. I went up
dude.
and I just like said that like immediately. I said something like
we
that.
Were
and I heard you guys laugh and I heard none of them laugh. None of them laughed. Everybody in the back laughed, but none of them laughed. I was like, fuck
dude,
you,
I went up that night. And it was weird.
Man.
There was like an arc of like around the stage. There was
a decent amount of people too, yeah, at the end too.
But the laughs were at good jokes, in my opinion. It felt like that for my set and for a lot of comic sets. Were coming from the outer perimeter.
Yeah, not like the meaty fucking part
meaty
of
part
the
of
fucking where we feel people.
I was like,
I even told him, I was like,
Whoa.
bro, it's like you got a fucking chokey to get a laugh out of you. Like, just, damn, why are you trying not? Don't come near trying not to laugh.
yeah,
Like, I'm out here trying to make faces, make you laugh.
yeah.
Just fucking go with it.
You're like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
dude?
like this is how it goes sometimes.
Drop my pants? Like, what do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you want. I will do whatever you want for a laugh.
Oh, fuck, that's funny, man.
Yeah, dude,
Can I curse? I've been cursing a lot. I haven't
yeah,
asked
it's
that.
fine.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
fine. I think the first episode I started to try and edit out F-bombs, and after Kelby's episode I stopped trying. Because Kelby set the record. I think he had like F-bomb every other word.
I just feel like when we start getting I feel like I'm getting in the mode now where we're joking around, so it just slips.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
I've been trying not to curse as much on stage. You know, Jarrell told me a very good piece of advice I'll never forget. I love Jarrell. Jarrell's fucking funny ass.
Jarrell
dude.
is great.
I love seeing him come out, but I was like, yo, do you think I'm cursing too much? This is when I was like just started going up, and he was like, if you think you're cursing too much, then you might be cursing too much.
You asked
He's like,
him
I'm not
that?
gonna. Yeah, he's like, I'm not tell you
Yeah.
you're cursing too much, but if you think it, then you might be cursing too much.
Yeah. I try
I was
to
like,
not
all right.
say F-bombs all the time. Like, I'll talk about edgy stuff, but I don't
Yeah,
try to
I
actually
wanted
say
to
the
like
words.
put it in the right spots. You know what I mean? Or not like I don't want to focus on cursing. I don't want to lean on. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like to do it too much. I don't want it to. I want it to be punchlines, not
Yeah.
just like fucking shit poop. That's funny right now, but there's context.
Shit, cock, ass.
Yeah, like just saying shit. Because that happens sometimes. I feel like people just curse a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can't just ride on cursing.
Yeah, it loses its potency. You
Yeah.
can bring it out when you really need it.
Yeah,
But if you say it all the time, it just dilutes the...
There's an
Yeah.
artistic way of doing it. That's why I like what we do. There's an artistic way of cursing.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, you can be vulgar in a beautiful way.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
That's so. Have you encountered a lot of crappy crowds? You think, or was last Thursday's particularly bad?
Not a lot. I mean, it just, you could tell, bro. We get like, dude, I've been there for a while. I've been in Comedy Zone, and you can just tell when sometimes they're just not into it, or you get like a vibe. You know what I mean? You can just, I don't know. I'll hear shit. I mean, me personally, I'm being very, what's the word? I'm like just subjective myself.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you can feel like the energy, like, all right, like that was a funny joke. Like, what the fuck? At least giggle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not like humor them, but like, you know, you like,
Yeah.
like
I feel
you
like
got, there's the
this-
audience has a objection, like what is it, like a responsibility to be in the show too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Stay
it's a
in the
back and
show.
forth.
Yeah,
but I think ultimately there's probably like the vast majority of the responsibilities on the comics
oh yeah, big time.
to and I think as we all do it more, like we're trying to learn, and I'm trying to learn from guys like Brandon, like the guys that have seen so many more crowds than we have because they've done it longer. Like there's little thing, and Dougie Almeida has little things he'll say to address an audience that is not at an energy level that it needs to be.
The smart.
Like you can
I
call
like
them
Dougie.
out.
Dougie's funny as shit.
Like you
yeah.
can call out people that have their arms folded. You can call out people that like I think Dougie says, like, this is a comedy show, not a reverse mortgage seminar, right? Like he'll say that. Be like,
oh, he's funny.
and
as shit.
you can kind of bust balls a little bit to get him loosened up.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah. So I think for our open mics, it's harder because we got, so many comics. But to try and
We
crack
do have a lot.
the egg by engaging the audience a little bit, like, hey, hello,
Yeah.
these are jokes. It's okay to have fun.
It's okay to do it. That's what we're all about here.
Mhm.
Come here to have fun.
Mhm.
You know?
And I feel like you
Fun
can break
spot.
the ice. You're really good at breaking the ice by just your natural likability and demeanor.
That's what I've been trying to be
Yeah.
upbeat more.
Yeah,
on stage,
You're very gracious. You're very humble. You
Thank
smile
you, man.
a
I
lot.
feel like you do that too, though. You have a good voice too. You're strong. Like your jokes come out good. I'm a big Dave Baker fan. For real.
I love to hear that.
For
man.
real. Like
No,
you guys are the kind of guys I watched before I started going up. You, Ryan, Brandon, Jalen,
Mhm.
all you guys, like for real at the Comedy Zone.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of shit I had to go on a lot too. Seeing you guys do it, seeing it like live, really done by people you know and you talk to and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, that likability thing when you first get up there is really important. Somebody said, was it Johnny Carson? I don't know. I might have that butchered. But like, if they like you, if they're smiling and they kind of like you before you even say anything, you've won half the battle.
Yeah.
Because then anything you say, like as long as you're not rambling and you're just being, I'm kidding.
Yeah, just staying in the moment. Yeah.
You can, yeah, and then the jokes that'll come over time, I guess.
See, that's what I feel like I do too on stage, bro. If I'm fucking up, like there's definitely times, especially being newer to it, like when like I'm fucking up or if I'm fucking up a joke, I just tell them. I just tell you, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that helps if I just tell them.
That's such
like,
a good instinct to have.
I'm fucking him up right now. And that's like, it's a bigger laugh most times than just like, all right, yeah, he's fucking his joke up. You know, like at least I just address it
because they know you're relaxed enough to admit that. You know.
Yeah.
So
learn little things, dude. That's why I love doing it, bro. Learn something new every single time I go on stage. I love it.
Yeah, dude. You're also a father.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Got
Congrats.
some kids. Yeah.
What's it like being a dad, dude?
Oh, it's an awesome feeling, man. It's the best feeling in the world. I love my kids. I have
Yeah?
4 kids.
Wait, you have 4 kids?
I have 3. Well, I have 3 kids and a stepchild.
Okay.
So 4 children
Dude,
all together.
that's... So what's it like with, like... I mean, raising kids, like, that level of responsibility and stuff. And, I mean, does that round you out and put things in context, kind of? Like,
Honestly,
kids
man,
are the most important thing, aren't they?
Dude, yeah, I love my kids to death. Honestly, at the end of the day, that's just everything. That's the reason why I wake up. It's the reason why I do anything. That's what my whole day's wrapped around. I love my kids, man. Being a dad's cool as shit, dude. I love being a dad.
Did it make you, like, less selfish and, like, more, like, think about
Oh,
the
yeah,
world
100%, dude. Like, yeah, anything I do is them first before you.
Uh-huh.
100%.
Yeah.
Seeing them get, like, bigger all the time, too. And then, like, because I have a 1-year-old. I have 2 boys. One's a 1.5 years old, and the other one is, like, 3 months old now.
Okay.
So seeing them both kind of grow up together, too.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit. See, it's cool seeing him, like, the baby, like, damn, I just seen you as a little baby, a little bigger. Now you're talking, you're saying dad, you're walking around and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
It's awesome, bro. I love being a dad.
Yeah.
I love being a dad. It's the best. It's the best job in the world. That's the only thing better than comedy. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Being a dad. That's
Yeah.
my shit. I love being a dad.
That's awesome.
It's hard to
man.
even, I'm not even kidding, dude. It's just hard to even express. It's like one of those things, just 100% love.
Yeah.
And they look like you too.
Yeah. little Kens. Wait,
Little Kens.
so boys and girls, like how many of each?
2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys and 2 girls.
Lana, Mila, Aiden, and Tony.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Tony's a new one. We named him, my girl, we were watching a lot of Sopranos when she was pregnant.
Uh-huh.
So we named him after Tony Soprano. Dude, I couldn't think of a name, bro. Ain't that, dude? And no one in my family's name's Tony. He's Anthony Joseph Dennis.
I love that, man. I need to have kids eventually.
I mean, dude, wait if you want to.
I mean,
I love having kids, like, dude, but yeah, it changes your whole life, bro. Everything
Yeah.
changes. Like, I feel you. Like, it's hard to even express, like, being selfless. Like, yeah, dude, your whole entire life changes.
Yeah. Well,
like, that's before anything.
I mean,
before I came here, I had to make sure the kids were good and everything like that before I, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to make sure all that shit is good before you can do anything, bro. In a good way. Like, I don't
I want to have kids because I feel like dude, being single at my age, like, I have free time on my hands. Like, look at this crap.
Yeah, I
like,
feel you, man.
So, and I don't feel bad about doing any of this. I love it. It's fun, and it's opened up a lot of things, you know.
But are you over it? Are you, like, ready to?
I'm not over it. No, I want to. I'm afraid I'm loving this so much I'll never want to stop. I'll never settle down. I'm gonna do something impulsive, like move to New York City and, like, you know. I'm just kidding. I don't have any plans to do that, but yeah, like the kids framing up your life and kind of helping provide meaning and purpose for, like, the second half of your life.
Hell yeah,
that's a big deal.
Hell yeah, dude.
And not focusing all about yourself.
Yeah, man.
I'm so selfish right now, just because that's how my life. You can be when you're single.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I love being a dad.
Yeah. So your fiance, yep. She works downstairs.
No, she
sometimes.
used to work downstairs. She used to. She used to be the bartender in Kilpatrick's, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
That is my fiance.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so happy when I connected the dots that you two were together.
Were you upset?
Was I upset?
Damn.
She's beautiful.
She's a pretty
I
lady.
hope you don't mind me saying
no.
this. I'm glad you said something, because I was like,
I got a hot ass fiance. I know,
dude. Yeah,
I'm not like that.
She's gorgeous. Yeah, I don't want to be creepy.
I know. I'm saying I don't want to seem shallow. I met Casey. It wasn't like, oh, like, you're hot, but yeah, I fucking love her to death. That's love of my life.
Yeah,
yeah, she's a great lady,
dude. She's great, and yeah, the fact that she wasn't single, I was like, oh damn. But yeah, I was like, if there's you two, I'm sure are.
If anything happens, I'll give you your number.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Oh shit, man. This
No,
is fun, David. Now I'm loose. I'm super loose.
Yeah, you want to go for like 3 hours?
I'm zipping a lot. I'm doing a lot of this.
Yeah.
Which isn't probably good. I should probably stay still.
Oh,
more.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you didn't pull the cord out.
I'm in.
It's still picking up all of them. So you guys are engaged?
Yes, engaged, be married.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how long y'all been together?
2 years in
2
November?
years?
2 years in November.
Okay. I love it. And you met at Comedy Zone?
Yes.
Okay.
She trained me. Well, we met at the other place we used to work at. I used to work at another bar for the same owner of Comedy Zone called Stone Pin on Stone Avenue, open 7 days a week.
Shout out.
But she was bartending there, and I was bartending there. And she trained me on my first day. And the first day, bro, I'm not even kidding about this. Because she's not a shallow person. I'm really not a shallow person. That's why I know I love my wife or fiance. Because we it really is just about deep feelings or whatever the hell it is. But the first time I met her, I remember I'm sitting at Stone Pin, and she walked in, and my boss called me like, yeah, you're going to have a bartender coming in to train you. And I was like, all right, no big deal. And I'm still new to bartending. I'm pumped to learn how to bartend. I'm excited about it. And she walks in, and I'm like, yo, how's it going? And she looked at me straight in the face and just kept it moving. And in my head, I'm like, no, she didn't say anything. She definitely heard it. Like, she's like, and kept it moving. And I was like, in my head, I wasn't butthurt about it. I was like, all right, that's how today's going to be. Gotta be like that. I just want to learn how to be a bartender. That's fine. Just teach me how to do it. But that gradually went into a friendship, and then get engaged, bro.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah. She's a great girl. I love her to death.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful family. It's awesome.
Yeah, she asked me to record your set a couple weeks ago.
I know. She's very supportive of comedy,
that
too.
Was
That's
so
awesome,
sweet.
too. I know.
Like, she said she can't get up to see you in time normally.
Yeah, she's the one watching the kids, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. There's I haven't seen Tommy in a while. Tommy Donovan.
I haven't seen Tommy Donovan in a little bit either.
Yeah.
I love Tommy. Tommy's a great guy.
But I always think of him
while.
and his wife Ginger, who comes and supports him all the time.
Yeah, and Tommy's got the same amount of kids as me too. Tommy's got 4 kids too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tommy's a good dude. I talk to Tommy a lot.
I like those stories of couples that like are involved with comedy, because it makes me think, okay, like, you know, I meet somebody down the road, like, yeah, you could still do comedy. You
can
make
it
wife
work.
Is cool with it.
Yeah, you can make it work if you find the right girl, for real.
You know, I talk about Louis C.K. a lot. He's my favorite comedian.
I love Louis C.K. Bro, I talked to even my owner. We've been trying to get Louis C.K. I don't know how to do that, but like, how cool would that be to get him at Comedy Zone, bro? You know what I mean? I feel like now would be the perfect time if any time.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, do you have influence on that? Like,
I don't know how much influence, because it's like, it's corporate, but I could probably say something to my boss. Maybe he could watch the podcast.
Yeah.
Share it.
Yeah.
He'll be like, oh shit. That's a good idea. We should get Louis C.K. coming over.
Hell yeah, because after he got canceled, he does smaller venues. I saw him.
I know, yeah, that's why it would make sense. I got really excited. I really am a big fan.
Yeah, dude. I saw him in Atlanta like a couple months ago, and Atlanta, I forget what the name of it was, but it wasn't the biggest club.
How many seats you think? Was it like the size of Comedy Zone, a little bit bigger?
About the same size as Comedy Zone, probably.
Okay.
The room felt different in terms of the design of the room, but maybe a little bigger than Comedy Zone, but only slightly.
Okay.
I think it was Atlanta. It's just called Atlanta Comedy Club, but it was outside of the city. It was like in a mini mall.
See, Greenville, yeah, it's becoming a bigger city now too. So that's like a place he'd come here.
All right, get Louis C.K.
I'll try, bro. I really will try. I keep forgetting about it.
Let's get him on the podcast.
No, we get him on the podcast. See, shit like that. You can
name the
like
podcast after him, after a joke that he does.
Which joke
is a reference to it? Have you seen his new special?
I haven't seen the new one. I seen the one where I've seen a lot of Louis C.K. specials.
It's not exactly the wording, but it's the idea. It means a lot more than just this line, but it's where I first kind of heard it. But the joke is he's giving crap to some woman who's he's like talking about how he hates going into little shops in America, like a little shop, like this woman has her own business. Yeah. She makes these little crafts and stuff, and he's just shitting on it. He's like, "Oh my god, this is depressing." Like, he's just like, you walk in, it's just you and her, like, and he says like, you know, she saw you. You have to walk in now and pretend like you're interested.
Yeah,
and then he picks up these little crafts that she made. You're just looking at like, and he's like, "You made this, really?" you made this instead of killing yourself. And that was where I was like, man, that's kind of what my podcast feels like. It feels like my own little shitty project that like nobody would care about. So
I think people care about it.
I want to make myself a butt of the joke like that. You know, like it's just a stupid little podcast. Like I did this instead of killing myself, Louis. That's my thing. That's what
what's
I did,
up, man.
So it's an illusion. I hope that's not like considered like ripping off a joke. It's an allusion to that idea.
No, it's an homage.
It's an homage.
It's an homage.
Yeah, it's not a re-gift. It's an homage.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
yeah. That's
That's
funny. You
fine.
said homage. That's exactly what I wanted it to be. But yeah. Anyway, Louis said his life changed when he had kids. Like he was.
I fucking love Louis C.K., dude.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see the bit where he's talking about driving, and he's talking about when somebody kind of makes you swerve a little bit, you freak out. And I'm like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
And he's like, if I'm in an elevator, and somebody kind of like bumps into me, I don't like turn to that person. I'm like, hey, fuck you.
Fuck you.
You worthless piece of shit. It's like, dude, I love Louis C.K. He's
Yeah.
funny as shit.
How he's like doing it like that. Like, you worthless piece.
I don't turn to him and say,
Unbelievable, man.
oh, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah,
the
dude.
best ever. Well, yeah, Norm is pretty good, but Norm Macdonald.
You big Norm Macdonald fan?
Yeah, I got his book on.
I thought I saw that. Yeah, the Norm Macdonald book.
And look who wrote the foreword. Look on the front. Louis C.K.
By Louis C.K.
Yeah.
I like Norm
The
Macdonald.
good guys running similar groups.
I got to get into more Norm Macdonald. I don't really watch Norm
Oh,
Macdonald
dude,
like
go
that.
on
Is he
YouTube.
really funny?
If you're ever killing time, like
He's the dude that got screwed out of Saturday Night Live, right? Like he only did the one season, then kind of got screwed out too.
I think he did several seasons, but he did get fired eventually from Weekend
Yeah.
Update. And then he had to then the show tanked even more, ratings went down, and then they brought him back. And then he roasted SNL on his monologue. Oh, so funny.
I gotta get into him more, man.
Yeah, he basically said the show sucks. Like, like I haven't gotten. He's like, why would they have me back? Like,
Oh, that's
have I gotten
funny.
funnier? No, that's not it. I haven't gotten funnier. The show is really bad. And then the audience like started to like react. He's like, yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
like, so the bad news is I'm not funny. The good news is compared to the rest of it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm butchering this.
You're doing great. I want to check it out. I
No.
still want to check it out.
No, but yeah, Norm's great. There's a lot of good Norm clips on there, endless interviews and everything. So, but yeah, dude, we are at over an hour. How are you doing on time with the kids?
Oh, I should probably leave soonish.
Okay.
I got a call literally right before I came here. That was my fault. I couldn't find it either, David. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't. No, it's weird too, bro. Like when I lived in Philly, like for a solid year when I lived in Philly, I lived in the city. Well, not live, but worked in the city. Like I should be good at moving around and maneuvering around a city. No,
You're bad at directions.
no, I've never really been that good at it. No,
Okay.
driving. I didn't learn how to drive till I came down here.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Are you good at driving?
Yeah, I'm good at it. I'm really I'm all right at it.
Yeah.
I'm all right at it.
Okay.
I'll get home.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's a couple of questions I always ask the comics. I was gonna. What is the biggest dumpster fire story you have
In general or on stage?
in general?
Dumpster fire.
You told the
story.
fight story earlier.
Oh, here's a great story. This is a Comedy Zone story too. It all add up. All right.
Okay.
This is a
Yeah,
good
this is-
story. All
so
right.
bring it in.
So I told you. I don't know. I mean, a lot of my higher ups know this already anyway, and I'm not really one to hide from it. Everybody has a bad night once in a while. Everybody. If you're working in this industry, a lot of people drink or whatever. Anyway, the story was like I was working a double. I used to work doubles all the time. I'd work at the Stone Pin place, and I'd get done, and I'd work at Comedy Zone. And this particular day, we had a Christian comic, specifically Christian comic, Christian crowd. Like nobody's cursing, everybody button up on the floor, keep it together.
On a weekend
And
show?
It was like a random like Wednesday show.
Okay.
Excuse me. And I wasn't managing at this point. I was just bartending. This night I was serving. And the place I was at before, it was like this. It was summer, so it's a bar. It's slow as shit. Like I just started drinking a little bit. Just a little bit. And the problem I had, and what anybody will have if you mix liquors, is that you could get to the point where you black out. Not like blackout, but like I'm not a big drinker like that, but I was mixing whiskey and tequila, like having green tea shots and then drinking Bloody Marias.
And you were working?
Yeah, but it was slow. and I was paying for it. Yeah, there was like nobody there. And at 4:00, I remember I'm leaving, and it didn't hit me till I got there. Like it really like hit me hard. And I'm not a big, I don't know, I'm not that loud of a person when I'm walking around, but when I get drunk like that, I'm very loud and jokey, like in a fun way. Like
everybody is.
I slapped one of the waitresses. Like I knew this waitress for a very long time, and it was like in a friend way. And I slapped her in the butt, like, "Woo, let's get it!" Like on the floor. Like Ben called me over. He's like, "Dude, you're like talking about dick jokes on the floor. It's a Christian crowd." Like he hated it when I smoked cigarettes. I always smoked cigarettes, and I'd go down for like he'd be like, "I'm like, yo, Ben, can I go smoke?" And I was like one of the hardest workers for him. So he'd be like, "You have 3 minutes." Like I gotta run down these steps. You know the step. Like, dude, I gotta run all the way down these steps in 3 minutes.
There's Ken sprinting down.
Like smoke shit out of a cigarette, and then run back up. And he pulled me aside right when like the show didn't even start yet, dude. I'm walking around like, man, let's have a show, giving people their drinks. And Ben was like, "Yo, go outside for like 5 minutes, cool off, go smoke a cigarette, and come back and collect yourself." And I went outside, and I remember I sat on, that back parking lot behind Comedy Zone.
Yeah,
right
sure.
where that entrance is, there's a bush. And I was sitting on that bush, like on the bench part of it. And I'm FaceTiming my fiance. It's the last thing I remember. And I woke up, and there was 2 cops, like, kicking me in the foot because I passed out, like, in the bush. And then they brought me out of the bush, and we started walking out front in front of KP. And they were, like, sitting there asking me what I'm doing there, who I was, and I was kind of being like a smart ass. I don't remember what I was saying. I remember one of the cops was like cracking up, and the other one was like really fucking mad because I kept saying shit, and I was just being an asshole. But it was like really funny.
My gosh.
I remember Ben had to come out, and he was like, "Yeah, that's one of my servers. Like, he works for me." We're in the middle of a show. He has money in his pocket. That's where we got to get him inside. And they were like, "All right, yeah." And they let me go inside. And then my sister had to pick me up. Because, dude, it was like one of those, it was the worst moment at Comedy Zone for me. I literally had to get picked up by my big sister after being too drunk at the Christian comedy show and talking to the cops.
Did any of the audience members say anything about your behavior?
I don't remember specifically. I was in a very lively mood. I wasn't like drunk, like, ugh. I was like, "Hey, how you doing today?"
Oh,
I was rowdy.
Dude.
I was rowdy.
Oh my gosh,
For
I've
this
been
Christian
there, man.
comedy.
I've been
They
there.
had to probably get me out of there. I would ruin the
Dude.
show. I would never want to do that to a comic.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink anymore, dude. That's why.
Yeah,
like
I've slowed down a lot.
yeah, in comedy, drinking's all around, and like, I don't care. Like, I don't judge anybody who still drinks, but I
Did you drink? When did you stop?
last year.
Last year?
Similar to when I started comedy, actually, but a little before that. But yeah, man, I started to think about stopping as soon as I kind of hit 30. I was like, I should probably watch this. So you might be getting close if you think about it.
This was like 2 years ago, though. I really have been slowing down. But
no, for sure.
No, it's one of the things too. It's funny you brought that up. Jalen. Jalen told me something, and it's like something I even like hold on to. He's like, I don't like to do anything before I go on stage. Like, I don't like to drink or anything before I go on stage. Sometimes I will to loosen up, but he's like, pretty much in the sense of like, you don't want to crutch when you go up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't want to drink every day either. I'm not going to want to drink every day. So I want to do comedy as much as I can. I'm not going to want to have to get drunk every single time I get up there.
I agree.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree completely.
I'd rather do it just bone dry.
Do it stone cold sober. Yeah, that's how I always do it.
Yeah.
So. But
It's the best way, buddy.
But yeah, dude, that's an awful feeling. I know you got to go, but at work events for us, we'd have open bars all the time, and people at my company, like, they'll cut loose because we work hard and play hard kind of culture.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's fine, but like sometimes, like when I would be super stressed out, I'd have a couple too many and have to have my buddy who's my roommate be like, "Dave, we got to get you out of here. Like, there's management here. Like, we don't know what you're gonna say." Like, nothing ever bad happened, thank God. But like, there were a few nights where it could have, where like, it's just,
You never know what's gonna happen, man.
And a lot of times it's
Not
like
with booze.
you're in a good mood, like you're really happy, you're celebrating something, like a victory with your team.
Yeah, hell yeah,
And
yeah.
it just, So anyway, all right, dude. Well, we could wrap it up here, but where can people find you on all your socials?
I'm gonna try to get better on social media because I haven't really. I just started. I got that showcase I'm doing in October, on October 21st.
But do you have Instagram and Facebook and?
I have Facebook. I'm gonna change it. Ken Wood on Facebook. It's gonna be Ken Wood.
Is Ken Wood going to be your stage name?
That's gonna be the stage name. Yeah.
Why Ken Wood?
Because if anybody would do it, Ken would. No, can I be honest with you, bro? Since I was a little kid, my name's been getting fucked up. It's Ken Dennis. I got 2 first names, just like Ricky Bobby. And it's been getting fucked up since I was a little kid.
Yeah, it's KD, Kevin Durant.
But they say everybody says Kevin Davis or Ken Davis. It's been called Ken Davis a lot, and it's not even like specific people. It has happened when I was a kid a bunch of times.
Who would do
and
it?
it's still happening today. So it's like I don't want it. Ken Wood, you can't fuck that up. It's hard to. You could, but why would you? hey. Dude,
oh my gosh. Yeah. So okay, so no Instagram, just Facebook right now.
Facebook. I just Ken Wood. I'm gonna start getting on it. Like I've been going a lot to our scene.
Yeah.
Going around all the places trying to do as much open mic as I can. So I'm gonna start pushing it out more. Hopefully by the time this comes out, I'm doing more.
Yeah.
Ken Wood. I thought knock on wood. I said something when I shared something. I wrote hashtag knock on wood. It's so corny, but it can work.
Yeah,
it could be something. I don't know.
Did I ask this just now? Do you have a YouTube channel?
No.
Okay.
No.
You can get that going.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for this, duh.
Yeah, this stuff goes on there.
Smoke another one, Ken.
I'm obnoxious with the crap I put on YouTube now, but yeah, man. Well, dude, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Well,
I had a really good time.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Yeah, you had
this
fun?
Was great. I had a really good time.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
All right, man. Well, we'll definitely we'll have to have you on again, dude. This was a blast. And yeah. Tell what's your fiance's name?
Casey.
Tell Casey thank you for letting you do this and come away from the
I totally will.
home for a little bit.
She was excited about it.
All right.
I'm gonna go make dinner or something.
All right. Sounds good, man.
I'll make dinner.
All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you, man.